We've been using the product and the quotient rule to solve problems in the last couple sets, but now we're being asked to create a tangent line with that solution at some kind of given point. And that's only a baby step farther. That's not too bad. So let's just remember for number 1 here, before we go factoring it out, and it is a conjugate, right? We could write this as x plus 1 times x minus 1. Factoring things out can cancel potential solutions or hide discontinuity, so we might as well just do the full thing here. Let's remember that f prime of some two functions of x, one divided by another, is equal to u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. So in this case, our u is x squared minus 1, and u prime would then be 2x. You know this by the power rule already, right? Took it down a degree. And what's our v? X squared. This is another power rule because everything is separated by simple addition or subtraction. We can just write 2x plus 1. Now let's plug them in. 2x, x squared plus x plus 1 minus 2x plus 1 times x squared minus 1. And we'll divide that all by v squared, which we'll do after I clean this up because it looks like it's going to take up some space. So that would be a 2x cubed plus a 2x squared plus a 2x minus 2x squared minus 2x plus x squared minus 1. And all that's divided by v squared. Let's distribute. That would become a minus 2. Well, let's do some cancellation right away. I can see some right here. Here's a minus 2x squared. This is going to be a plus 2x again, so that's not 1. And I guess that's all the cancellation we have. So let's see, 2x cubed plus 2x plus 2x minus x squared plus 1 gives us 2x cubed plus 4x. In fact, let's just do it in degree order real fast. Minus x squared plus 4x plus 1. And all of this is going to be divided by x squared plus x plus 1 squared. Now, can I factor any part of this out? It doesn't look like it. So we're going to say that this is our derivative here. And we want to set this to the tangent line of a curve at a given point. So we need to plug in our x value, which is 1, to find f prime. And that'll give us the slope of the line. Okay, so f prime of 1 is equal to 2 minus 1 plus 4 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 plus 1 squared. So let's put these together. 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Then we'll divide that by 1, 2, 3 squared is 9, so our answer is going to be 2/3 for the slope. Okay, now let's put in our y value. They gave it to us. Never mind. We have a y value of 0. So we know that we're going to be y equals 2/3 x plus b. Whatever this graph does, let's just say it looks like this. I have no idea. If I come to the point 1, 0, okay, so I guess we do have some idea that it's going to do something like this maybe. And there's a point 1, 0 here. The slope of this is going to be 2/3. Right? So we just need to find the y-intercept. So we put in 0 equals 2/3 times 1 plus b. b subtracts, you get a negative 2/3. So our answer for this would be y equals 2/3 x minus 2/3. That's the answer for the first question. Let's try the next one. Should we leave the quotient rule up just in case we need it? Might be a good idea. Who should we do next? This guy, since we're quotienting things? Well, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to say that this is f of x equals e to the x times x to the negative 1. So that we can use a product rule because it's a lot easier. It's just a little faster. U prime v plus v prime u. Just like here, u prime v, v prime u. Just a different sign in between. Okay, so our u is e to the x. Our u prime is e to the x. You've learned this one. V is x to the negative 1. Use the power rule for this guy, negative x to the negative 2. And then u prime v, so that would be e to the x times x to the negative 1 plus v prime, negative x to the negative 2, and e to the x. That's our u value. So we can factor out an e to the x, and we get a 1 over x minus 1 over x squared. And that's our f prime of x. You with me so far? Okay. Let's have a peeky peek at what they want. They give us some values. We know that our x is 1, so it'd be e to the x times 1 over 1 minus 1 over 1. Well, that's 0. So our slope there is 0, which means whatever e to the x over x does, which is some thing, here's our point 1e. It's actually going to have a slope of 0, so I'm going to try and draw that a little bit. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Let's just say it looks like this. The slope at 1e, that's not 1e, here's 1e, is going to be exactly 0. So maybe it goes down and then up, or maybe it goes up and then down. It's either a local maximum or a local minimum. You're going to have to look it up. But we know that the slope is 0. So we can put in y equals 0x plus b, which means that goes away, right? And the y value of e gives us our b. So the answer would be y equals e. You see how there's no slope here? Because we found the slope is 0 when we plugged in our x value after just doing a basic product rule. Easy enough, yeah? Okay. Next two questions. F of x equals 2x times e to the x. You can do this pretty fast. U equals 2x, u prime equals 2, v equals e to the x, v prime equals e to the x, u prime v plus v prime u. So our answer is e to the x, 2e to the x times 1 plus x is our f prime of x. Now we have values for this. We know our x value is 0, so it's going to be 2e to the 0 times 1. E to the 0 is 1, so 2 times 1 is 2. So we're going to have y equals 2x plus b. They give us the x and y, right? So this is 0 and this is 0. So that means b has to be 0. So the answer is y equals 2x. Easy wheezy. Okay, next one, last one for this problem set. See, finding tangent lines can be fun. Okay, I won't go that far. Finding tangent lines is very useful. We have a clear quotient rule question here, right? There's a function of x on top and on bottom, and they're not easily managed on their own. So what's our u value? 2x. U prime would then just be 2. V is x squared plus 1, and v prime is power rule, 2x. So let's just plug them in. U prime, v, that's incorrect, x squared plus 1, minus v prime, times u. All of that divided by x squared plus 1 squared. So we get a 2x squared plus 2 minus 4x squared all over x squared plus 1 squared. That's a negative 2x squared plus 2. Should we do a little factor? Make it really cool? We can make it negative 2 x squared minus 1. And we'll do that over x squared plus 1 squared. What do we have for our x values? Because we need to find our f prime, right? And we're looking for f prime of 1 to get the slope of the tangent line. So that's negative 2 times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus 1 squared. So since this is 0, this is all 0, and our answer here is going to be 0. So if I want to find the tangent line at the point 1, 1, it would be y equals 0x plus b, and we put in 1 and 1. So that means b equals 1. So your answer is y equals 1. Okay, that wasn't too hard.